Good morning, children. How are you all? I hope you all are doing fine. Let us continue with our chapter, Importance of Plants. So, a quick revision because first half part of this particular chapter we had finished before our UT. So, I'll take you through a quick revision and then we will continue with the second part which was left out. Okay. We studied that plants are of great importance to us. Yes, they not only make us feel good, but are also very useful for us in many ways. So let us just check out few of the uses of the plants. We depend on plants for our various necessities, correct? Plants gives us various different things or we make various different things from plants. Yes, like fruits, vegetables, we get pulses, yes, which are being grown, grains, yes, our normal rotis, whatever we make, our rices, cereals, yes. So all these things we get it from plants itself. We also get wood, paper, correct? So what is the process of making wood? We cut the plant and the logs, wooden logs, we cut it further as per our requirement, nicely give a finishing touch, and we use these woods for making different furnitures. Yes. Nextly, the paper. How are the paper made? The plants and trees are actually shredded down and mixed with some chemical and heated, and then finally it is being rolled into the paper sheets. Apart from wood, paper, we get rubbers, right? The rubber, which we use it in different forms, we get it through the rubber plants. You can see in the screen, children, how a person is making a cut in the trunk of these rubber plants, rubber tree, and a small bowl is being attached over there, and this is how the rubber is collected for the further usage. Cotton is used in wide varieties everywhere, right? Not just in hospitals or something. Cotton are used for making clothing, yes, and various other things. Oils. You can see a machine on your screen, children. This is how a oil is generated. Any food material, be it a groundnut, sunflower, mustard, coconut, are put in the machine and grinded in such a proper way, and finally the oil from this particular food items gets squeezed out and gets collected in the container, and whatever the final residue, in the sense the waste material which is left out, are either used for giving to some animals for their food. Apart from all these things, also we get spices, which makes our food more tastier, right? And they also have lot of health benefits, medicinal properties, correct? Spices like cardamom, cloves, cinnamons, bay leaves, star anise, turmeric, garlic, yes, and so many others. Like our basil, which is Indian tulsi, it has lot many medicinal properties. So some plants like tulsi, neem, ginger, garlic are used to make medicines. Yes, they treat us for different diseases. Apart from providing so many things, plants gives us something very, which is very much important for all the living things. What it is? Yes, it is the oxygen gas, the gas we all need for breathing. So what is the procedure over here? Plant takes in all the carbon dioxide and releases oxygen for us. And what do we human being need? We need the oxygen, and we give out the carbon dioxide. For example, children, just imagine you are taking all the oxygen from the air, correct? After that, what are you going to do? You're going to release the carbon dioxide. And if there is nobody to take that carbon dioxide, what will happen? Our air will be filled with carbon dioxide itself, correct? And we will not have sufficient oxygen. Then what will be the air condition? It gets polluted, correct? It gets polluted. And basically, children, plants give out oxygen during the daytime, and at the night time, they consume the oxygen and release carbon dioxide. That's the reason your elders will definitely tell you do not to sleep under the tree in the night time. Why? Because whatever oxygen is present in the air, plants they take it. So how will we get it? It's not possible, right? So because the amount of oxygen around the plant at the night time gets reduced, and if you sleep under that, you will not get sufficient oxygen. So it's always advised to be under the tree in the daytime. So the amount of oxygen which plants releases in the daytime helps to increase the amount of oxygen in the air, and this is how they purify it. How do they purify it? By releasing more oxygen, and whatever carbon dioxide is present in the air, they absorb it. Yes, hence plants act as a purifier. Even the animals, they need oxygen, correct? So plants takes all the carbon dioxide which we release, and in turn they give the oxygen which we require, and this way your air gets purified. So the more the plants and trees, the more the oxygen we will have it. Plants also bind the soil with the help of the roots. They bind it. So what do you mean by binding, children? They hold the soil there itself. So if we have heavy rain or water floods and all, the soil will not get carried away with it. So it helps to bind the soil. Now we understand that plants are very important gift of nature, correct? So we must take care of plants so that their number does not decrease. So we should take care of that very properly so that they are not in decreasing number. If we have to survive on the earth, we must protect the plants because the only source of oxygen on earth is the plants. Yes. Let us see some ways of conserving plants, in the sense how to protect the plants. Firstly, there are many ways in which all of us can help to conserve the plants. Let us not cut the trees. We should only use those branches and leaves that have fallen down. Yes, do not cut the trees, but due to some reason, if the plants have fallen down, use those fallen branches for your uses. Next, we should promote afforestation. What do you mean by afforestation? Planting of more and more trees. Yes, that is called as afforestation. What do you mean by deforestation? Cutting down of the trees. Okay, so we should stop deforestation and we should promote lots of afforestation. Planting of new plants. We should be planting new plants wherever you see there are not many plants, and if you're having plants in and around yourself, please plant more and more plants so that we have what? Oxygen plus fruits and vegetables. We should be celebrating Van Mahotsav. What is Van Mahotsav? The Environment Day celebration, correct? So what do we learn from Van Mahotsav? So this particular day we dedicate towards the environment and to have a healthy environment, we need to have lots of plants. So on this particular day, we plant lots of new plant saplings in and around our surroundings. So basically, one Mahotsav it can be celebrated by planting saplings, the new plants. Okay, small plants are called as saplings. So we can celebrate by planting saplings in the school, in our neighborhood areas, correct? So we should also take care of these saplings and let them grow in plants and big trees. And children, not just only for a single day, that is a day we celebrate like that, but whole of the year, make sure you plant more and more tree. It's not that you have to have a fruit plant or tree or a flower plant and tree, any plant, but you plant a lot so that your surrounding is greener. The more green surrounding, the more plants and trees you have in and around you, the more pure air you will have in your surroundings, filled with lots of oxygen, and you will definitely see lots of health benefits also. Now children, the picture which you are able to see in front of you is Tichiko tree. And why am I showing you this one? This is the oldest tree living on earth. How many years old it is? It is 9,550 years old tree it is. And where it is? It is in Sweden. Yes, it is in Sweden, Norway. It's in city of Norway on the mountain of Fulufjallet. Okay, so this is 9,550 years old. Children, we need to save our forest, correct? We are being seeing that because of expansion of the city life, we are actually clearing the land area. If you want to construct a house, what do? You'll clear the land, right? If there are plants and trees, you'll cut it off. This is so sad. Imagine there's a small city and then people increase with the growing population, right? We need more space to live. To have more space, what are we doing? We are clearing the forest, which is not a good idea, because clearing of these forests will firstly reduce the quality of air. Many species, many animals which are staying in those forests, they are harmed. Yes, and basically food, we depend for our food on these particular plants only. So having these particular plants cut is actually going to harm us only. We need to save our forest, and we should put a ban on the deforestation. We should stop deforestations. For example, there are some countries, if they find a plant and they want to construct a house around it, they make sure that this cover that plant inside their house only, and they construct in such a way that they do not have to cut the plants and trees. So, and also there should be a punishment for those who cut down the trees. Yes, and also there are laws, without the permission of the legal authorities, you cannot cut down the trees. Apart from this, children, you might have come across some news wherein you might have got to know that there are many forests in around the world which were lit in fires. Maybe due to some mistakes of we human, or due to some natural calamities, the forests were put on fires. And once you have a fire in the forest, you know how huge the forests are, correct children? So it is not easy to have a control on these fires, and because of such firing, lot many forests have been destroyed and large areas of the forest have been impacted. Not just the plants, but the animals which are living in the, which were living on those forests were also suffered. They also had suffered a lot. We lost lot many wildlife also. So what are we supposed to do is we should take major steps to protect the forest against fire. A basic small step I would tell you is, if you are going on a picnic or in and around, give me a second. If you're going for picnics in and around, obviously, where do you like to go for a picnic? In a desert area? No, right? So you would love to go to a place where it is lots of greenery, lots of plants, lots of trees, because it'll have fresh air and the environment is also clean, correct? And it's cool breeze. So if you want to enjoy such kind of things, what basic mistake we do? We lit the fire and throw it here and there. If we are doing some cooking outside and outdoor, people smoke, they'll throw the matchboxes here and there. By mistake, sometimes what happens, you spill the fuels, yes, and it catches the fire. So you should always take care of such kind of incidents and such kind of mistakes, yes, so that it's not been done and you protect the environment from your side. And if you find somebody else making same mistake, please bring it to their notice and stop them then and there itself. This is how we can protect our nature, correct? Why? Because we have seen so many uses of the plants. Directly and indirectly, we are dependent on plants for our happy and healthy living. So I expect the same from you all also, children, that you will plant more and more trees, and the trees and plants which are there surrounding you, and you will protect for sure. An assignment for you children, that every child is going to plant one new tree, new sapling in a video. You're not just going to take a picture, but you are going to make a small video of maybe 30 seconds or 1 minute video, wherein I want to see you planting the saplings. It can be any plant. It can be a fruit plant or a flower plant or just a plant to grow in green. Yes. So this is your assignment